Tunisia security update here on August 15th, 2015. And I'm going to pick an email every week from a subscriber asking a question. This week our email comes from Amy, who's asking, when can British people return to Tunisia? So it's a question that's been important to, especially to British and UK travelers. Okay, so this question comes from the recent guidelines after the Sousse attack here in Tunisia by the Foreign Travel Office here, basically offering their advice that only essential travel is allowed in Tunisia, and that was right after the Sousse incident, and upon further investigation by a special team here, working with the Tunisian authorities to investigate the Sousse incident. Sousse is right over here, for those of you who don't know, on the coast. So basically, Amy, what I want to let you know is that three things here. So first of all, that it is a guideline, a travel advice. It is not legally binding or anything like that. But what it does do, it first of all, obviously it makes travelers concerned, but it also makes it very difficult for travel insurance. So it's hard for those big holiday vendors to get insurance for travelers because of this warning by the embassy here in Tunisia. So that makes it difficult, but it is not legally binding, and there are tourists coming in. If you go to a hotel now, it's not, obviously Tunisia has been heavily impacted after Sousse, and the tourist industry is very much affected, but there are still tourists coming in, and that is still taking place. And in fact, there's an article here that shows that there are companies going forward and really not paying very much attention to that advice from the FCO, from the Foreign Office. So basically, bottom line is that it's just advice, and that people are going forward with their trip. But what I would advise you to do is to empower yourself with some security information and knowledge before you make your trip to Tunisia or anywhere else for that matter that you're not familiar with. So I got this presentation on SlideShare and on other social media outlets where you can go and just read a crime and safety report. Tunisia is in the news a lot these days because of the terrorist incident that occurred in Sousse, but mainly our main concerns here still remain driving, our number one safety concern, and petty crime on the security side of things. So I would advise people to check that out and empower yourself with some security information. You can also find the Tunisia security update on our Facebook page, and you can like that so you can receive regular updates that way. And you can also participate in the conversation and share information as well. You can visit the blog at www.tunisiasecurityupdate.com, where I post not only the latest news and so forth, but also some analysis and some perspective on that. So back to your question, Amy, when can British people return to Tunisia? Well, that's really up to you to make that decision. If you want to take the trip over here, Tunisia, like I said, nothing has changed from Tunisia as far as the weather and what it has to offer. What the tragic incident that did happen here has impacted Tunisia in many ways, and there are reasons for concerns. The Tunisian government is taking proactive measures and trying to strengthen its security, but still there are concerns, and that's why I would advise you to go to this presentation here and learn about the crime and safety situation of the country. Empower yourself with that knowledge. So that's my update. I hope that's helpful for you, Amy, and anyone else thinking about visiting Tunisia. I encourage you to check out the Tunisia Security Update blog. You can also find us on Facebook, and feel free to send us your questions. David Security. You can find me at Twitter at David Security. And like I said, keep the feedback coming. I'll try to get these out, try to answer your questions. Either I'll just write back or I'll post these updates. So that's my update for now, and I'm hoping that you have a safe and fun summer. So thank you.